Nowadays, people want everything fast. You know, they get their phone. You could just do your own observation. It's like this, or they watch a video and they just want to skip. They watch a movie. They can't even sit to watch it. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Frank Quinez. I am the ambassador of reading, and today's topic is tolerance. And just briefly, doors have a tolerance on the top and on the side. If you give it too much, well, there's going to be a gap where rain comes in. And if you don't give it enough tolerance, well, it's going to scrape or not close. And if it does close, it's going to be hard for you to open. Windows have a tolerance. Cars, many things have a tolerance. And but I'm not talking about that kind of tolerance. I'm talking about the human being kind of tolerance. Nowadays, people want everything fast. You know, they get their phone. You could just do your own observation. It's like this, or they watch a video and they just want to skip. They watch a movie. They can't even sit to watch a movie. They just, if there's a commercial, forget about it. Let's skip that. Anyway, zero tolerance, not much tolerance. And for relationships, there needs to be a little bit more tolerance, and I'll get to it in a little bit. Kids, as I mentioned before, I'm a teacher, so I'm going to focus on tolerance for our children. We need to be a little bit more tolerant. And there's this one book when I used to teach. There's this one book that I used to read, and I apologize, I don't remember the name of it. Hopefully, if I remember before the editing, I'll tell it if I have to put it on for you. But this is how the story went. There's this mother that has a son, and she raises him. And as she's raising him, he's getting older, and she's getting older. She's becoming an older person, a grandma. And her son marries, and they have a son. The couple has a son. And eventually the mother cannot be by herself at her house, so they brought her over to their house. And every night for dinner, because she did a little bit of shaking, she would either drop the fork or drop food. And the son would tell her, "Mom, you got to be more careful. Come on, you can't be dropping your fork or your food. This is not cool for us." And his wife too is like, "Oh, come on, this is not cool. We got to do something about it." And one day they couldn't take it anymore, so they grabbed a small table and they put it in the corner of next to the dining room, I guess. And they said, "That's where you're going to be eating." And so she would eat in the corner, and you could tell she's lonely and sad, but oh well, that's what she needs to do and has to do. And one day the father comes home from work, and he sees his child playing on the carpet with some blocks and a pretend hammer, and he's hitting. And the father, really excited, comes up to him and he says, "Son, so what are you doing?" He says, "I'm building a table. I'm building a small table." He says, "Wow, that's great. Why are you building a table?" He says, "So when I get older and you get old, I can have this table to put it in the corner for you." Oh, wow. Check that out, no? So the father, he goes into his thoughts. Wow, what am I doing? What am I teaching my son? He goes and talks to his wife. They apologize to the mother. They bring her back. Never again did they tell her anything about dropping a fork, dropping food, or anything else. What a lesson coming from that kid. Now, being awareness, I hope you take this video at heart, because many times we're teaching our children without us knowing that we're teaching them. They were teaching zero tolerance or very short tolerance. You either do it or you go to the corner. Well, what is he doing? Well, guess what? I'm going to build a table right now, because if you do it, I'm going to put you in the corner. We need to be a lot more tolerant. Nowadays, we come to a red light and then it changes into green. No more than a second or two, they're honking. Some people yell. People hurt each other. That's not cool. We need to be a lot more tolerant. What are we doing with the next generation? What are we teaching them? We need to slow down and relax. Be kind to one another. I remember when we were growing up, our mothers, because sometimes we hang around with our same age, and yeah, remember how mom used to be? Practically with the eyes, they would tell us like, go on or sit down or don't do or do. Yeah, I remember. But nowadays, it's like, I see some videos I see videos that are not so cool, where parents yell or they mistreat their children really bad. And in some cases, they even smack them. We got to be a lot more tolerant. If we're not tolerant with our kids, when they grow up, just like the story says, they're not going to be tolerant with us. Just right now, it's just, I don't know how things happen, but we started filming on the Spanish video, and Heriberto had to call timeout because something happened to the camera. And you know what? I think that's why our channel has done so well with over 100,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Thanks to you. But also thanks to the team, because we're tolerant. We help each other out. Something happens, like today, the big boss, Felix, he had to do something. So we had to record in a different location. What do? We're tolerant with each other. We have different scenarios, but anyway, today the camera acted up on the first video, and we're like, so funny, look at that. We're tolerant. And you're not gonna believe this, but we started recording the English version, and then he called time, and he goes, time. And I go, okay, no problem. Where do I go? Start over, do it again. He says, no, go on, I got it. And I continued, and then he goes, sorry, time. You gotta do it all over again. Tolerance. And many times I think it's a lesson that's just there for us to take. Be tolerant with each other. Nowadays, there are so many people getting divorced or separated out of stupid arguments. Nothing. You know what? Have an argument. Disagree. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to argue, but it's not okay to walk out on an argument because you have zero tolerance or very little tolerance. What are you going to teach your kid? Well, when something doesn't work out, just walk out. No, when something doesn't work out, talk to each other. Communicate. Anyway, we're going to leave it at that. Tolerance. How we behave, our kids are watching. How we behave, they're going to end up behaving, chances are. So let's be tolerant with each other. Before we could laugh at anything or nothing, nowadays it's like, why did you laugh at this? What did you mean by that? It's, come on, man, we got to have a little bit of space, a little bit of gap without being so tight, so zero tolerance. So I'm not going to continue with the topic. I do want to focus just on the last piece. Be tolerant with your children. Be kind to them. Help them grow as tolerant human beings, being in peace with themselves and with others, especially with the people they love. We're going to leave it at that. Till next time, your friend, the ambassador of reading, Frank Quiniguez, wishing you well today and always, knowing that you will find and get what you are looking for. Thank you for watching our channel, and congratulations for making it here, where we give information that benefits the individual that's watching and their loved ones. I invite you to subscribe and be part of our channel, set the notifications, and watch the new videos. Thank you and welcome.